What is self-awareness? Well, it's the ability to recognize and understand your thoughts, your emotions, and your behaviors. Listen, I am not a doctor, nor am I a licensed therapist. However, I do work in a mental health field. I am trained in a lot of mental health behaviors, and I work as a counselor. So, the world as you know it is topsy-turvy right now, and it is a global epidemic, okay? And mental health has been at the top of the list of issues for a while now. I think it has been ramping up since COVID-19 hit globally, right? So I said I needed to stop and do a series just because so many people are having a hard time right now. So many people in this world are struggling, and it is really, really difficult to get through day to day. And if I can use some of my training, use some of my knowledge, and impart that to you just to help you live a better life and connect better with people, connect better with yourself, hence talking about self-awareness, and just give you a few tools to help with that, then I think this post will be beneficial. It is not my regular content, but since I did the first video, Misery Loves Company, just talking about negative people, one of the subscribers suggested that I make this a series. And when you all in the YouTube community talk, I tend to listen. So let's continue. Being self-aware is the ability to regulate your emotions, and it helps with your decision making and just simply managing that day-to-day stress. Recognizing your triggers is crucial. I know some of my triggers. I know some of the people that trigger me immediately. So recognizing that is very important to not only for me, but it's important to everyone, because you need to know how to nip it in the bud as soon as that trigger comes up, right? You have to identify the situations, the people, the thoughts that negatively impact you from the get-go. And once you are able to realize your triggers, you won't just really spaz out right at that moment, right? Because something triggers us and it can turn to anger, it can turn to depression, it can turn to sadness quick, fast, and in a hurry. And being able to recognize those certain triggers and prepare for that, and having in your mind how you're going to handle it and deal with it, is a big deal. Protecting your mental well-being at all times is essential. You are worth it. You deserve it. So don't ever think otherwise. One other key thing is to understand your thought patterns. If you are prone to, Stuart Little, the sky is falling, or catastrophizing, or just simply having an all or nothing attitude, or always having negative thoughts, those types of things are impacting your mental health. You have to be able to identify when those things come up, because you need to be able to self-regulate, to be able to stop yourself in the midst of having one of those issues arise. You have to be able to stop yourself and say, hey, look, I know it's happening. Let's do some breathing exercises. Let's meditate. Let's do a few things to bring ourselves back to the present, back to being in your current self. And it's easier said than done. I think we all have been there. We all have felt this way. So don't think that you are not normal, or that this is something so uniquely different. It is not. There are so many people that suffer from this issue and suffer from mental health issues every day. And it's about recognizing it and being upfront with it. And once you do that and not try to stuff it away or run away in shame or hide from it, it's okay. You are accepted, you are understood, and it can be rectified. Having self-awareness and really getting to know yourself can lead to healthier and better communication. And that's what I strive for everyone. If you can communicate to another person, because sometimes we get upset and we can't just voice our emotions immediately, but if we can stop, take a deep breath, and begin to communicate, it will be so much better. I am telling you, I used to be a person that, well, I'm still a work in progress, that tends to compartmentalize and keep everything held in. And I started noticing that if I talked about what was bothering me, it was actually better, because you're better able to communicate. And a lot of times saying things out loud, sometimes even to another person, can help you work through that situation, and it's making you think differently. So I implore you to just begin to know yourself. If you need to jot down notes, I like this or I don't like this. These certain things trigger me. Start recognizing and learning yourself and what makes you tick. That is the key, because if we can cut it off at the path, then we know our day is going to be better, right? Here are a few exercises that I actually practice myself. I also encourage my clients to participate in, just to really center yourself and to have more self-awareness and more self-reflection, right? So one of the things I ask clients to do is journaling. Write out your emotions. For me, writing is cathartic because I write and I produce for a living. So writing for me is cathartic. And if you write out your emotions, you're able to sometimes better express yourself. You may be able to write things that you would not say to anyone else, and it can just make you feel better in that present time. So journaling, if you want to even keep notes in your phone, if you want to do just a daily little update, write something out of how you're feeling, just so you can release it for that day. Throughout your day, self-check-ins can be good. How do I feel today? How did that make me feel? Or why do I feel this particular way right now? Sometimes if we take time out to do a self-check-in, then we can answer our own questions. Why do I feel this way right now? It could be, it can be a myriad of reasons, right? But if you can identify and become more self-aware, then you know how to help yourself in that present time. Also, mindfulness and meditation. This one I love because it can be done anywhere. You can literally sit at your desk for 60 seconds even, and just with your eyes closed, meditate for a moment. Take some deep breaths. Deep breathing helps you to center yourself. It boosts your mood. It is scientifically proven that if you more oxygen to the brain, if you breathe in for 4, hold it for I think you hold it for 8. I have to look it up, but then exhale for 8 as well. So just doing that will relax you, because a lot of times we have pent up stress that we don't even know that we have, and we're carrying that around. And then you're at work, you're dealing with people and situations, and there's so many things and moving parts happening that if you just sit just for even something as little as 60 seconds, 1 minute, if you can do that, if you need to do that 1 minute once an hour, if you have 5 minutes, even you can do that. Do that throughout the day to really center yourself and make yourself feel better and less stressed. One of the tricks I also ask my clients to do, and I actually participate in this particular exercise with them, is I keep a gratitude journal. So when I speak with clients, sometimes before we even start, I will ask, what are your 3 things that you're grateful for today? And oftentimes it can switch your brain off from centering on the negative if you find what you are grateful for. And it could be the smallest thing. But if you are truly grateful in your heart, then you find it in yourself to remember there are good things in this life. And one of the most essential, most important, most key things you can do to help yourself with your mental health journey and help yourself become more self-aware is to seek therapy. Being in a therapy program will help you it will open up your mind, just make you think a totally different direction. It is so helpful, and I implore you to seek out a therapist. There are companies online. I know a couple people that do BetterHelp. It's an online therapy company. This video is not sponsored by BetterHelp, but BetterHelp, if you are one that wants to do something online, you don't want to leave to go to therapy, or you'd rather be in the comfort of your home, you can get on BetterHelp.com and match with a therapist. So there's so many avenues, so many resources that you can use and take. Your support you can get from family, from friends, from therapists, and there's so many things set up to help you be successful. And that is what I want for you in your mental health journey, because again, this current state of the entire world is just upside down, and I want us all to be healthy mentally. And so oftentimes we need to reach out to other people to do that. So seeking therapy is one of those ways. Support from family, support from friends. There are so many resources. So I implore you to maybe utilize one or two of these exercises. Please comment, let me know if there is something that you do to help you regulate your emotions, to help give you more self-awareness. Let's have a conversation about it and make people feel more comfortable about speaking with therapists, and just bring it out in the open and let's discuss it freely. All right. So enjoy your day, but whatever you do, please don't forget to let the day enjoy you on purpose. I will see you next time.
Yeah. All right.